Hey Bulldog fans, Jalen Johnson with Hill State Productions here, sitting down with the one and only Robert Woodard. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing good. Now first things first, I want you to look into your camera, I want you to show off. The braces are gone.
Yeah,
the braces are gone. Okay, how long do you have your braces for?
It was about 5 years now. So I just got them off about a month ago. So it feels pretty good.
So you feeling fresh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, we're just gonna hop into it because Rob, let me tell you, you broke a lot of hearts on August 3rd, 2020, deciding to leave us. But I want to take us back all the way to March.
Okay.
The moment that you found out the tournament was canceled. Take me through that moment.
It was a sad moment. We knew it was a possibility just because things were getting crazy around that time. From the moment that we got on the plane to the moment where we landed, it was just crazy how much it had escalated. And just going into dinner the night before we got the news, it was just like, okay, school is being canceled. And then we had just found out that Rudy Gobert was the first case in the NBA. So that's when things started to kind of, sink in that there's a possibility that the season might be coming to an end. But we just wanted to play and at least get one game in, but it never happened.
So where were you guys when you found out?
We were on the bus actually going to practice that morning. We had just eaten breakfast and then we had gotten on the bus. We were probably 10 minutes down the road and that's when Coach came back and he delivered the news.
And what was his message to y'all?
You could just tell he was pretty sad on the bus. Everybody was, because we had pretty much found out through Twitter right before he came to the back of the bus. But he was just telling us about how sad he was and how confident he was that we were going to win the tournament and make a great NCAA run. I felt like everybody felt the same way, so you could just kind of tell that the energy on the bus was very different.
Twitter's the breaking news now. That is what it is. Y'all were really confident going to the tournament, and what do you think the team was feeling at that point that made everybody feel like y'all can make a deep run in the tournament?
Things were in our favor. We got the bye, put us in a good position in the SEC tournament to play some teams, and we were in great position to win a lot of games and make a run in the NCAA tournament. So we were very confident and leaning on that. The energy was there. Everybody was gelling together well. We were just excited about the whole experience.
So you guys come back to Starkville, and so then the month after that, in April, you declared for the draft. Now, was this a testing of the waters thing, or were you kind of like really going for it even in the uncertainty of everything?
Me, I'm just the type of guy, once I make a decision, it's pretty much something that I want to do. I wasn't considering it as a testing the waters type deal. If I'm saying I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it 100%. So I just wanted to get the full feedback of it and go off of that, hoping that it would be a combine or something like that and things of that nature. But it never happened. So then it got to the point where it was just like, okay, things could go either way. So I was pretty open-minded to it throughout the whole process, knowing that, we're in a pandemic and it's nothing that I can control right now.
In between April and August, what kind of were some of the factors that played into I'm gonna stay or I'm gonna go? Like, what were some of the things you were looking at?
It was a lot that played into it, honestly. Just a lot of information, information from coaches and teams and things like that. And also just looking at the future, just trying to base things off the future and just trying to make the best educated guess that I possibly could. So just trying to see which one would possibly be better for my future.
What was Dad saying during the whole rundown of this time?
My dad, we had a lot of conversations about it, obviously, but he mainly just put it in my hands when it came down to it. The last few days, he was never biased towards a certain decision. He was just like, hey, this is your decision. I'm comfortable with whatever you decide to go with. He never persuaded me either direction. It was 100% my decision.
Did it come down to the final day?
Oh, for sure. The last week I was torn. It was just, I didn't know what to do in the situation because, you're getting information from both sides, but at the end of the day, no one can predict the future, especially in the time that we're in now.
Were you talking to Reg at all during this time about any decisions, or was he helping you at all?
The only conversation we really had about it was probably, I want to say it was in April, maybe. We were going fishing and it just kind of came up in the conversation. I was just getting some advice from his experience, his first year doing it. And he just gave me some ideas, told me some things to look for and things like that. But other than that, we didn't really smother each other with it. You know, it's more like a brotherhood type deal. We know that basketball is always there, so we try to talk about different things.
Is that what you've been doing off quarantine, fishing?
Fishing and riding horses for the most part.
Basically.
Yeah.
And hopefully working out.
Yeah, that's it. Most definitely.
So in you announcing, you put a black heart on your Instagram. And so I want to talk about some emojis and stuff that you use.
Okay.
And what they mean. Because you use like the same 4 all the time. Mm-hmm. So the baby bottle,
Yeah.
What is that about?
That's something I started in middle school. It's just the baby bottle gang. It means like, you know, playing basketball since birth or just doing it since birth, whatever your grind is. That's pretty much all that means. For some reason, at first it just started off as my favorite emoji, and then I got some meaning behind it. So now that's why I use it.
Fear God is always kind of paired with the rose.
Right.
What is that about?
That's just my main thing, you know, being God-fearing every day, just taking every task for what it is. Just let nothing get in my way, especially fear or things like that, depression or whatever it might be. Just know that, you know, God is always there, and that's the only person that you need to fear.
Okay, and you use different color hearts for different things.
I really like the black heart. That's just my thing. Black is my favorite color.
Your favorite jersey? Your favorite, okay.
I just like the black heart. And sometimes the white heart just, you know, goes with the moment if things are, you know, kind of soft, I guess you can say. I kind of like the white one, but the black is more so my thing.
You use black for like pictures of the dog and stuff.
Oh yeah, it matches.
Yeah. Okay, matches. This is another year where multiple guys from this program are going to the NBA, playing professionally with Tyson going to Greece. What is it about the preparation of this coaching staff, of your strength staff, that gets you guys ready for the next level?
They just prepare us mentally, physically, just for anything, you know, just not for the collegiate level, but just expanding our minds and bodies to reach the full potential. That's what I would say. It's well beyond what we're doing here. I feel like a lot of things that they're teaching is things that we can carry on long term. So that's how I feel like our preparation is. So from the moment we got here, they were teaching us things that, you know, NBA coaches look for, NBA teams look for, or even overseas teams look for, things that'll make you a successful basketball player all the way around.
What do you think is the biggest jump that you made from your freshman year season to your sophomore year?
Definitely 3-point shooting, easily.
That was something all summer working on.
Yeah, that was something from the moment the season ended my freshman year to when it started. That was just something that I know me and Tyson worked on pretty much every day. Me, Tyson, and Keyshawn, we were in every day, 2 to 3 times a day, just getting the reps in.
So have you talked to any of our guys in the NBA, Eric or Q, or any of them about this next step in the process that you're going through?
Yes, I've talked to Eric and Q in the past, pretty recently, I would say. They give me some good advice, pretty much the same advice, you know. Just come in with the mindset that you're a great basketball player and that this is something you've been doing your whole life, and enjoy it and take advantage of the opportunity.
Whichever team picks you up, what kind of player are they getting out of Robert Woodard?
I would say starting off the 3-and-D type role, you know, somebody to come in that'll knock down shots when need be, get guys open without the ball in my hand, just be effective all over the court on the offensive end and defensive end.
Is there anybody or any group of guys that you're like really excited to either defend or play against or just learn from when you get to that level?
For sure. The list goes on and on and on, not just from the top guys, but, you know, just for anybody to be in the NBA, it means something. It means you're elite talent, that you're one of the best players in the world. So I wouldn't just say it would be LeBron, Kawhi, Dame Lillard, or Kyrie, or Jason Tatum, or somebody like that, Devin Booker. It's just, you know, you can learn so much from everybody on the floor because it's a lot of wizards in the game and a lot of tricks to it. So just taking it from the vets, taking it from the rookies, just ready to go up against anybody. It's the elite talent.
In the midst of all this, your decision and COVID and everything, you have also been very active on social media about social injustice, and you went to the Starkville Stand-Up March. What was that experience like to walk amongst your coaches and teammates and the rest of kind of the athletic department in the city?
It was great. Honestly, it might be a bad thing to say, I really wasn't expecting that many people to be out there because I didn't know if the word had gotten around well or not. But once I got there, I was there probably 30 minutes early, and it's a big crowd of people there. I was very excited and pleased to see that, but it meant a lot just to be a part of it, and to make that march and everybody being on the same page and everything being peaceful, and everybody just with the like mindsets. It was just great to be around.
How have you been dealing with everything?
At first, I would say it was frustrating because it's something that's out of my control in a sense. But it's something that happens pretty often. So it's just a matter of controlling that anger and using it in the right way, I would say. Making your voice heard, telling people what you believe in, and hopefully gaining, not necessarily a fan base, but a group of people that are on the same page with you that want to fight for the same thing. So that's how I would say I dealt with it.
How do you think you're going to continue to use your platform that you have to, bring these kind of issues to light, or to do what you can on your end to help?
I'm going to do it in any way possible, social media, marches, or just speaking in certain places, just making my voice heard and letting people know what I stand for.
Looking back on your time here, and I know I've asked you this before about your legacy and what you want your name to mean here. What's your answer to that now?
I would say somebody who gave it 100% every time he stepped on the floor, a team player, team leader, somebody who encouraged throughout every game, you could say throughout every setback, whatever it might be. Just somebody who was consistent every day, willing to work. I would say that would be my legacy. Just a hard-working man.
And I know you talked about wanting to make sure you added on to your dad's legacy. Do you feel like you did that?
I feel like I did. Even though it got cut short by 2 years, I feel like I did. Left a good legacy to put behind his name.
If you could go back in this past season and change one play or get one win back, which one would you want?
LSU.
I knew you were going to say that. That was a tough one.
Yeah, we had worked so hard, finally got the lead, and then, right there at the end. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but that's a part of basketball, and it just happens sometimes.
So now that you're a little separated from that moment, I know it's probably still kind of whatever. Take me through that moment.
Well, I would say I had the worst position because I was right there under the goal. So as soon as the ball came out of his hand, I saw it was going in, and I'm just standing there like, just waiting on it to go through the hoop. So he's just dribbling down the court. I think he did like a spin move or something right there before he shot it. And then I saw it when it came out of his hand. I was like, yeah, that's good. And
you knew
it hit bottom, and I caught the ball. I'm just.
What can you say?
Yeah, it's over now.
What are you going to miss the absolute most about Starkville and about Mississippi State?
Just the college experience, it's on to the real world now. But the thing I would say I would miss the most is just, being around the coaches, being around the team, just overall taking those trips, being able to have fun and, goof off on the bus and stuff like that. Just we built the brotherhood. It's the relationships that I miss the most.
Do you have any favorite memories that you want to share?
Memories, let's see. Freshman year, I would say the Florida game at home. It was very energetic, enjoyed it. Abdul's tap in Arkansas. Yeah, that was a good away game experience. You don't get to experience that a lot. Those would be my main things, I guess, and just learning from everybody on the team. My message is, I love you all equally, from my teammates to the supporters who supported the Mississippi State basketball family. I just love you all the same, and I appreciate everything from the highs and the lows. I'm just thankful for the whole experience.
Thank you so much, Rob, for sitting down with me today. And of course, wherever you go, we will go with you, and we're going to miss you dearly. But thank you so much, and Hail State.
Thank you, Hail State.